Hey, I'm Lindsey Partridge, and this is Pentland, and this is us doing the 2016 Retired Racehorse Project's Competitive Trail Division. So this is the first obstacle doing a log scramble, and the idea is not to kick any of the logs, and you can see he did super awesome there. This obstacle here is a simple bridge, just asking the horse to walk from one side of the other to the other, and it's over a bit of a ditch. And for all of these obstacles, they're basically looking for the horse to be on a nice relaxed rein. They're looking for the horse to be looking down. This is the water crossing of the Rolex water. You can see he's got his head nice and down, didn't lose any pace coming into the water, really confident going in there, which is really fantastic and what they're looking for. And he's just keeping a nice consistent rhythm. They want to see the horse looking really calm, really relaxed, really trusting, and not in a hurry to go anywhere. Just basically an enjoyable trail horse to take out along the trail. So here we're going through the Rolex water, just finishing up that obstacle. Basically coming in on one side and then taking our horse out on the opposite end there. So you can see he's just going for an exit there, and you can see he's not rushing out of the water, just really nice and relaxed. This obstacle here is a drag obstacle. So this is a really unique way to do a drag. They had it really neatly set up here using, I believe, this is used for driving competition, this type of setup here, this sort of obstacle. So I'm picking up the log drag, and they're looking for the horse to be really calm and standing still while you pick up the drag ropes. You can see I'm sort of fiddling around, getting it just right, and Pentland's not in a hurry to go anywhere. He's just waiting nice and patiently for me, which is really nice. We did have a little bit of a bobble coming into the obstacle, but nothing too major there. And then I asked him to just side pass a step out before going forwards, just to make sure we would be clear of the logs, because it's kind of a tight space in there. So here I'm just navigating the course, and so you just have to be careful that the log doesn't get caught on anything and that the horse doesn't get upset with the rope being around their bum as you're making the turn. Sometimes that can really upset horses. So I'm just doing a drag, and I'm not doing it as a dally around my horn because competitive trail is for English or Western. So English people wouldn't have a horn to do a dally on. And the footage skipped there just because it accidentally cut out. So there I'm just putting the rope back and then trying to finish with a nice little turn. This was a very difficult obstacle. This is a cantering obstacle. You had to canter and navigate through these sort of log things, is what I'm going to call them. And then they wanted us to come through these two bush tree things and then make a simple lead change. And they were very specific that they wanted it to be a simple lead change. So that's our lead change there, and we did that pretty nicely. So going into this obstacle here, this was probably one of the hardest obstacles, I thought. We had to get ourselves tail first facing this ditch and back our horse down. And a lot of horses struggled with this obstacle, didn't want to, back down this steep of a hill and in between the sort of ditches there. So this was a bit of a unique obstacle to give it a try. And so we were to back down, and then once in the center do a 360-degree turn, pivoting on one foot. So we're going to see here, I'm going to choose to do a haunch turn pivot. And I chose to do a haunch turn because I'm asking him to take his weight onto his hind end. So I just felt like that set him up a little bit better to then continue going backwards up this hill here. And this is a pretty steep incline, and it's interesting that we had to do this because Pentland actually used to have a lot of trouble backing up hills, and this is something that we really were working on in the last couple of weeks coming to the makeover to help him get more confident with that, get him a little bit stronger in his hind end. So here we're almost at the top, and he's just sort of like, it's really difficult, Mom. So I sort of ask him, and then here I sort of ask him again, and then he's like, okay, I can do it. So that went pretty nicely, and then just standing nice and calmly at the top of the hill here. And then this next obstacle I'm going to show you is the water carry, and this is the last obstacle that we have footage of. Unfortunately, I don't have the trailer loading or the gate on camera to share with you. So this is the water carry obstacle where we were to pick up a bucket of water and then navigate through these two jump standards. I was the first person to do this obstacle, and she said sort of, trot. So I tried to trot most of it, and then I started to splash the water a little bit, so I kind of slowed down and reorganized myself, but obviously he doesn't care about the bucket being carried. And this This particular performance ended up scoring us second place in the trail division. So the horse that was first was my other horse, Trivia Time, and unfortunately I don't have video footage of her doing the obstacles, but this gives you an idea of how Pentland did, and he was only 1 point behind my other horse, Trivia Time. So hopefully you enjoyed giving that a little watch, lots of fun, and a few ideas to give a try. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.